after we've done that, the horse should be able to accept or handle your tools being all over his body. You know, the same whip that you use to move him, he should be able to accept it and just stand there calm and relaxed without you holding him in place. You should be able to move your stick and string, throw it all over his body. So that's his withers, that's his back, that's his bum. These are his back legs, and I really try to wrap this string around to really ask the question, do you trust me today? Are you afraid of my tools? Because nothing that we do, we don't want anything to be sort of like a reaction to our tools. We want it just to be a response to our request. So the fact that he's not moving here is sort of, it demonstrates to you that he's not afraid of the whip. He trusts me, he trusts my tools. Just a simple little thing to keep him in check. So another great exercise I like to do with my horse, or what your horse will be able to do, is to lunge nicely. But the lunging that we do has a slightly different purpose. The purpose is not to kind of physically work the horse, although they do get physically worked as a result of this exercise. But the main aim is to kind of show him that we can get even more control over his feet and therefore develop more and more respect. So it's basically, I'm looking for a nice response when I ask him to go. You can see that there's a lot of slack in this line. If he does get to the end of that line, all it takes is just a little wiggle of my fingers over here to kind of get his nose to soften and just to stay within the boundaries that I've set. It would be very easy for me to watch his hindquarters there, to yield him without ever pulling, without ever really making too much contact with this horse. So as you can see, there's not so many circles to one side. It's more about just sending and stopping. Sending, stopping, and sending the other direction. Really gets a horse soft and supple, yet responsive. Good boy. All I gotta do is really look at his butt, and he ends up yielding and looking at me. And you'd probably do this maybe for like 2 or 3 minutes before you get on him, just to see what kind of mood he's in that day. Good. So that was it. No need for any physical contact. If the horse moves, I'm just going to look at his butt again, and he yields and gives me 2 eyes. Chewing and licking. He's a nice, relaxed horse.